You've taken a lot of hits this season. How has that affected your performance and the offensive performance overall?
It's just part of football. I think that's the thing. You get hit and you get back up. I think, the one the other day where I had to come off for a play, your knee gets put in that compromising position, and the first thing you think about is, an ACL or whatever. And once I realized it wasn't that, my back just really tightened up. So, I tried to stay in. The ref said I had to come out for a play, and then you just go back in and finish the game and play through it. That's just part of football.
Is there something you tell a guy after he drops a pass as a quarterback? Is there a little back and forth there?
Oh, in the past, you go up to him and say, "Hey, don't worry about it. I'm coming right back to you." That's the one thing is, this is our team and those are my guys. And I think sometimes it goes, I don't even have to say it. They know I'm going to come back and throw it to them and keep throwing it to them. So, we all have to do better. I have to make better throws. They make the catches, and it's all about, I know we've said it for 4 weeks now, but just executing when the time comes.
And do you feel that's something that will fall into place with some success and some confidence?
Yeah, I think you just, like I said, you go out every week, you try to improve. And, the one thing with us is it's not like we're going out there and getting our butts kicked. We're moving the ball. We hurt ourselves with some penalties, some negative plays. And, so we can see what we're capable of. We just got to go out and do it. And, when you get down in the red area, you got to score touchdowns. I think that's the biggest thing when you go back and watch the film from this past week is one touchdown was a difference in the game. You know what I mean? So we have to figure out a way to obviously score touchdowns instead of field goals. Obviously, Robbie did a great job of basically, we get in there and you're getting at least 3. Now it's our job to make sure we figure out a way to get the other 4.
Kyle, so that when a team is struggling, you look at the tape, and that's how you keep frustration at bay. He was encouraged. What encourages you from what you saw offensively?
I think there was a lot of big plays. Even, you go to the first drive out of halftime, I think we had like 4 plays in a row over 12 yards or something like that. It's there. We just have to put it all together and then execute it when it comes down to it. I know you guys are probably sick of hearing me say it, but there's really no other answer to it. It's just coming out and getting it done because we show that we can do it. And then whether it's a penalty, a missed throw, a drop, we pull ourselves back and then we just can't overcome it. So when you're having issues like that, you can't miss the opportunities that are there.
Other than the Rams game, really, it's the red zone, though, where this offense has struggled. Do you see anything collectively that kind of creeps up in those situations?
No, I don't think it's anything collectively. It's just one play at a time, execute that play and get as many yards as you can and then go on to the next one. I think that's just really what it comes down to.
You had a lot of success last season in Chicago, and you had some success with Shanahan in Cleveland as well. It's won 7 games. How do you explain some of your struggles so far this season?
Yeah, I think, you just, like I said, it's lack of execution. Some missed throws, misreads. You just learn and try to get better. And that's what, thankfully here we are again on Wednesday. It comes around quick, and you move on to the next week and just try to be that much better this week.
Coach, you guys are about a handful of plays away from being 3-1. Do you share that something? Does that sting at all, or what? How do you?
Yeah, and sometimes that's tougher. It's encouraging because you can see that you're only a few plays away, but it's also tough to swallow because you know that you were that close, and we're not. We're 0-4, and it's a results business. No one's going to care that we almost won that game or almost won this game. You only care if you win. So it's tough, but I think if anything, you can either go in one of 2 directions. You can say, I'm going to just keep doing what I'm doing, or you're going to work that much harder to get that extra edge to win that game.
Brian, what's your impressions of the Colts after watching on film on them?
Yeah, Kyle kind of pointed it out in our meeting today, like, the first game of the year, it looks like a blowout because the Rams, but really they had 2 pick sixes. They had a lot of turnovers, so it wasn't necessarily maybe how the score, looked. And then you go and watch their past game against Seattle. Up until I think the middle of the third quarter, it's almost a tie game. So, sometimes the end result doesn't always, tell the tale. And I think, a lot of the points that they've given up, some of them have been on offense. So you can't really, credit the defense to that. So I think, they have a good scheme. Played against them last year. They've added some new players. Drafted a first-round safety. He looks exactly what he's built. He's athletic, good ball skills. And then you got other guys up front and in the secondary that are young and playing around, playing fast, and so it's going to be a test just like it is every week in the NFL.